Well, Phil, you see, I just wanted to eat some Doritos. I know they get
Doritos.
my fingers red, and I don't mean like red like the Republicans, but I just wanted to eat my Doritos.
Are we doing Gavin Newsom hands?
No, she does weird hands.
Oh, I thought we were doing the Gavin Newsom hands
I
where
was
he
doing
does like.
her and her, but I thought I should probably just exit this episode. I've already embarrassed myself. Probably a few minutes in.
No,
Honestly,
no,
just
I
let
don't
you
think
carry
anything will
on.
top this next video. So let's just dive right in and watch this video, and it'll be a palate cleanser, and everyone will
No,
forget
I'm just
everything
gonna
that
see
happened.
myself out.
All right.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on Appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties, House Appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, it's giving. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.
I'm going to leave the podcast just because you made me sit through that.
I wouldn't blame you. I've watched that a couple times now. Again, we do this for you, for the listeners at home. We suffer through this. Well, they've suffered through it now too. I don't think there's a good idea to take every single TikTok phrase in the past 4 years and jam it into one video is a good strategy, because most of that stuff, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not that age group, but I'm pretty sure 90% of that stuff is no longer in vogue or in or trendy or something like that. Like, it's like the Sigma energy and cutesy and demure. Like, now it's kind of like a joke, cutesy and demure, but it's not in. It's just, the whole thing reeks of like you are trying way too hard, and none of it makes sense, and you're trying to jam these phrases into your argument, and it just doesn't make. I just don't know what you're trying to say. Not because I don't understand most of the sayings, but also because I just don't understand what you're trying to say. Like, get the bag, we are the bag. Okay, not
Yeah.
sure, but
I know we discussed this before when you said it to me. I have teenagers. They use some of that slang. Certainly, I'm familiar with a few of those terms, and they'll try to use it on me, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, so just stop. And I told you this, so now you have to hear me say it again. But what annoys me the most about that video is, so they're trying to relate to Gen Z. That's not annoying. However, they're trying too hard to relate to Gen Z, which is implying you're stupid and you're going to fall for our stupidity. And I'm sick and tired of this whole Gen Z is stupid, and, oh, the millennials were the last good generation, or whoever wants to claim that. Gen X, we're the real ones, we're the OGs. It's like, Gen Z isn't stupid, and they're certainly not going to come across any smarter if you keep telling them that they're stupid and keep pretending like they're stupid and keep talking to them and acting like this. They know what they're talking about when they're making jokes about Aura and Sigma and sus and stuff. Like, they know, that's their own little, and you and I were once a part of that when we were teenagers. Well, we had our own slang that our parents would be like, oh, I'm too old for this, but we would I'm a little bit older than you, but we were like, talk to the hand, which is so dumb. And like, what was it like? Oh, it's the bomb, and just, the bomb.com. We
the
had our own stupid,
bomb.com. Wow,
our
that is a
own
throwback.
stupid slang.
Throwback to the
But
bomb.com.
my parents never tried to act like that, and that's something I actually really appreciate about my parents, is that they never tried, like, they never pretended like they were cool and with it and tried to talk to us like that. Like, it's so, when I see this, it's just like, I can maybe joke around with my kids in my own house, but I'm not going to go and like actually communicate with them by like when I want to discipline them or have a serious conversation with them. I'm not going to pull out all this slang and pretend like they're going to learn something from it and that I'm with it and cool and relevant. And it's just so yes, that's an incredibly cringe moment. That is sus, so sus. No, it's so annoying.
Yeah. It's you're either are the culture and you're setting culture and phrases, or you're catching up to it. And politicians catching up to phrases is always cringe because you're not usually starting the culture, you're usually behind it. So um, it's kind of like the JD Vance memes, which I guess are making the rounds now. And it's
Yeah,
like it's funny, like
it is
because
funny.
they start all this stuff about JD Vance. I'm like, whatever, just you're making him more popular. But um, why did they also pick, like, I guess they thought it was ironic or funny that they picked like one of the oldest members of the House to do it because they're like, oh, look, this old person's doing it. Isn't that so
Right.
funny?
People have this thing where like, oh, the cute old grandma, like there's always that character in a lot of the movies,
Hmm.
uh, where there's like the cute old lady that says the unexpected thing with if they were going for that, they really failed.
Hmm.
And I told you too, I played that clip for my daughter. She turns 16 tomorrow, and I played that clip for her, and she said something like she's using all those or most of those terms wrong, and this video doesn't make sense. And what is going on here?
All
So
out of context.
yeah, it was just anyway.
Cringe. It was cringe.
It was cringe.